A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
Hey y'all, welcome back to A Who All Gonna Be There podcast. I am back with another recap. Oh, I'm a little late today because I was in the streets. But I have a recap for you guys. Today's digital daily was so interesting. It was a good one. But when it comes to a spicy v HOH, I don't expect it's not gonna be boring by any means. This girl stirs up so much drama, so we knew it was gonna be interesting. So let's just hop right into it, so we can get y'all on y'all way. I know it's Friday nights and y'all wanna hit the streets. So basically, the conversation it opens up. Vivek, off the bat says that he doesn't think that Spicy would put him up. Okay. Vivek says that Janine had asked him if Vivek was the one who said that the newbies wanted to get out the vets, the all-stars. I don't know, vets, whatever. The all-stars. He also said that someone told Janine that Vivek was the one that said that he was the one that said that Janine was the head of the Newbie Alliance. So whatever. And as she was getting ready to leave, or in her speech or whatever it was, hey Eric.
Hey.
So as she was getting ready to leave, he said that she said like, hey, like there are lies in this house, and he thinks it seemed like she was talking about him, but now going forward into the dailies, he thinks like maybe she was trying to give me a warning. I like, nah, she thought you was lying too. But whatever. Who knows? We had to talk to Janine to figure out what she actually meant. Hey Eric, how's your day?
Hey, I just came to pop in and say hi and laugh a little bit. You know, I don't know what's going on in these dailies.
Listen,
just a little bit.
You have a front row seat.
Just a little bit.
So, he also said that Todd was aiming for the guys in the HOH comp, which I think when it came down to it, which of course we haven't seen the comp yet, we'll see that Sunday. He was doing Todd be doing what Todd want to do. Todd just be chilling. Todd is so cool, and we'll talk about him in a minute because he was involved in the altercation that I'm about to tell y'all about. Anthony is having a conversation with Vivek, and he ends up telling Vivek about an alliance that was made with Byyyeee, Vivek, Todd, and Kayla, and it's called the East Coast Alliance. East Coast, yes, the East Coast Alliance, right? Which is the reason for all the drama that happened yesterday. Child, who knows when these days are?
This was 2 days ago. No one else.
It's so weird because, okay, so going forward a little bit into the daily, all this drama happened because of this conversation. And obviously this literally started because Anthony told Spicy V, and Lord knows Spicy V don't hold water. Spicy V don't want to hold water. Let me say that. Spicy V told her mouth. Intentionally running her mouth. So she told about the East Coast Alliance, and Spicy kept telling Vivek that you told somebody this yesterday. But I'm like, wait a minute. You told Anthony, unless they told somebody else. But Vivek is not giving up Anthony, which is kind of funny to me. He's kind of like snitching on everybody else today, but he hasn't really snitched on Anthony. So he loves him some Anthony. I mean, I get it because I snitched on Anthony too. He just looked good, so I'm not gonna snitch on him. But you know, I got to throw in Anthony like fine tweet, somewhere.
Todd 2.0.
Let me see. So, anyways, going back, he did tell Anthony about the East Coast Alliance. Blah blah blah. They talk about it. Chat. Okay, then the feed switch over. This literally how my mind thinks is how these feed switch. It's like, okay, I'm bored with this conversation. Next. Donna says that she thinks Spicy should put up Tola and Matt. This is Donna and Spicy talking in the HOH room by themselves or whatever. She says, I really think you should put up Tola and Matt. Now, this is very interesting because mainly a lot of people in the house are saying Vivek's name now because it got told that Vivek apparently said that he has all the girls in his back pocket. Is that true? Who knows? Unless they give us a clip on the show, we will never know. Do I think it's true? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't feel like Vivek would say it like that. Maybe he said something of the sort, possibly. But I don't know this man. We see 30 minutes of feeds, basically. So who knows? This is very interesting because Anthony, before this, which also just told where do you take me up? Anthony told they just threw me up. Anthony told Spicy V, and Spicy V is in this conversation now. So she knew about the East Coast Alliance. So it's very interesting that Donna is not saying, oh, Vivek, when everybody in the house is saying, okay, Vivek. You know how everybody was piling up on Tola? Mm-hmm. Vivek is now the culprit this week.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was very interesting. Mm-hmm. And so she, Spicy even asked, she's like, well, what about Vivek or whatever? And he's like, well, maybe he's like a backdoor option. I think we should really put up Tola or and Matt or whatever. She's like, or we can even do Goose as a pawn if we need to or whatever. She's like, but I definitely see him as like a backdoor option. Spicy asked Donna if she should put up a girl to throw the guys off the scent. So because everybody thinks there's a girl line.
Girls are working. Mm-hmm.
At this point, y'all should just say yes, girl lines, but whatever. Like everybody knows girl lines. And what does Donna suggest? Of course. Why don't we just throw Lexus up there? Because we all know she got some kind of imaginary beef with Lexus.
One-sided.
Lexus don't care. She don't. So do I think she's gonna put a girl up? No, especially after the mess that happened today. I don't see that happening. But it's Spicy V, and who knows? Let's see. Spicy then had a conversation with Tola. Soon as he came in, she was like, Tola, bruh, we don't have no beef. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm not putting you up. And let me tell you, everybody in the house wants you on the block, just so you know. She's like, we can have a conversation later, for your game. But this week, I'm not putting you up. I'm not putting you as a replacement nom. Everybody is coming for you, okay? So that was a good nod in her direction because I'm with Spicy. And she even had this conversation with Avery about putting Tola up. He's like, Tola's not coming after us.
Yeah.
What would be the reason for me to put him up? If he happens to go on the block with us, this would be a plus because don't nobody like it. We talked about this last night on the pod. Nobody likes him. So we might as well just, shoot, he a number at this point. You know what I'm saying? If he's not on the block, he's a number for you. He ain't really working with nobody else. So it's a plus, which, at least he saw that. Let me see. Spicy dabbled with putting up Goose. Do I think he's still a possibility to go up? I think so, possibly. But you do remember they do have the alliance with each other. And she said that she had a conversation with him prior. Before she won HOH, and he was just saying, he's like, I'm just worried, like how in that game where everybody picked him as a possible like reoccurring pawn, and he doesn't want to be that. So he's like, that would be so messed up. Like if we had that specific conversation with just us and I pawn him. Do I think Spicy V cares? No. So if need be, I do think he will go on a block, but that he is a possibility. And I think he is still a possibility as of now. Avery and Kayla and Spicy are venting, and they're basically upset with Donna. And you can tell before this fight happened, right? We all know about the fight. We gonna get to that. But you can tell before this fight happened, Spicy was trying to make the girls upset about Donna. She's like, yeah, Donna didn't tell me about this East Coast Alliance. Like, what else is she lying about? You know how Spicy does. Spicy is all she does.
Stir the pot.
Stir the pot.
Stir the pot,
Stir
Spicy.
the pot.
That's
Stir the pot. And when that pot is done, what does she do? Prepare another. Let's put the next pot on. Like,
and then go feed that pot of stuff to the other people.
Yep. Exactly. So you can tell, like, she was laying on thick, like, man, I don't know, man. oh, Donna is just, I don't know, like, why is she like, what is she lying about? I just don't. And then she's talking, like, you can tell she was laying it on thick. Vivek. Okay, so then this goes into Vivek and Donna are sitting in the car, right? And of course, word has already traveled that Vivek told about the East Coast Alliance, right? So Donna and him sit in the car, and he's like, Donna, you gotta, she's like, you gotta be real with me. You can tell Donna's like a little peeved. It's like, why would you say about it? He's like, I promise I didn't bring your name up. He did bring her name up. He did bring her name up in the sense that he did name her in the alliance. So that counts as you bringing my name up. Because why are you telling my business? But he's basically like doubling down. He's like, no, I promise you. He's like, I don't really swear on anything, but I promise you, like, I'm still working with you. We're still in this. They have a little conversation, go back and forth. That's pretty much the gist of it. After that, Spicy comes in. Donna leaves. Spicy comes in the car, and Spicy does what Spicy does. Okay. First of all, she's like, she gets in the car. She's like,
all this serious face.
Okay, Vivek, I'm giving you a chance to be honest with me. Tell me, this is your chance to, like, your opportunity to be honest with me. And Vivek, like, you can tell he like, about what? I really do think he's a little clueless right here. But she of course knows about the East Coast Alliance, and she's using that to be the reason why he's going on block. Spicy could care less about this alliance. She don't care. But she has to find a reason to use to put him on the block. And she later tells everybody that this conversation that she had with Vivek was really because she wanted Vivek to come clean about having a God's alliance with Anthony. So she was like, oh, I didn't even know. East Coast Alliance? Is that the name? Like, like she was just like, I didn't know. Oh my God, this is news to me. I didn't know. So she's going back and forth with him. She basically says, like, bro, you going on the block. Like, she's like, I thought we were like really close, you're working with, and then you lied to me. Vivek before he names the East Coast Alliance, which I thought was hilarious. He goes, wait, he's like, so are you in the alliance? She's like, no. Wait, am I? She's like, I don't know, you tell me. He's like, well, I don't know. Let me go through the house. Let me think. You don't remember what alliances you in? And he's like, oh, well, maybe you're talking about the East Coast Alliance. And she like,
she caught him in so many lies in that car. He's talking about,
she did.
Like, when
he really didn't really necessarily have an excuse to. He didn't really even have a reason to lie. Like, why are you lying? It's already
she brought up that alliance. He was like, it wasn't even real. I don't even think. She's like, but you were just talking to me the other day, and I asked you your list of people who you like in the house or who's at the bottom, and you kept naming Byyyeee, Donna, Todd, and they're in that alliance. So why would you keep that from me? Because if it was fake, you would have been like, oh, but it's fake. But you didn't do. It's not looking good for you, Vivek. You're not good at this.
Yeah, it's just so funny to me. Like, he was just like, huh. Ooh, and you can tell in that moment that Vivek felt like he was just like caught up, like he was just like, damn, I got caught. So I know in that moment he's like, I gotta give her something, which I'm gonna be very real. I don't think it changes much, but she did tell him, it's like, you're the only person in this house that I told, this is my only secret in the house. And he was like, I'm a software engineer. I was in the Navy for a little bit. Cool story, I guess. Karen says, I love how Bailey reacted. She's not putting up with anything. She's a good target ahead of my face now. Hey, Gary. She is. Yeah, we about to get to Carrie. About to get to Carrie. We about to get to Bailey here in a minute. Let me see. So I think, well, that's pretty much it. Spicy talks to Bailey. Okay. So right after this conversation or whatever, this is where we are. She pulls Bailey into the HOH room, and she like, I'm talking about, she didn't even like, hey girl, what's up? Bailey, girl, let me tell you what Vivek said. I said, Spicy.
Like, she ain't set all this up.
The conversation up and like, like, oh, let her like ease her way into it. She said, She said, let's get this on the road. She said, let me tell you what Vivek said. Vivek said that he would put up you and Todd. Now, let me tell you this, okay? Vivek did say this, but it was more so like a reel and bait. Like Spicy was just asking him a whole bunch of questions back to back to back. And she was just like, okay, so if you were HOH, who would you put up? And this is in that conversation. Spicy did say some people in your alliance. She did say two. Later on in the fight, she said, no, I said one. She was lying. Spicy said, she said two people in your alliance have said have told on you or whatever about, you know, you running your mouth or whatever. And so he assumed it was Todd and Byyyeee. So that was more so the question. He's like, well, I mean, if I'm HOH, you know, I'm putting up Todd and Byyyeee, especially if they're, you know, saying A, B, C, or D about me, which honestly is logical in his standpoint or whatever. So she tells him that. And then they, you know, Spicy just lays it on thick. And Byyyee's like, you know what? No, that's not true. We do not have an alliance. We do not have an alliance. They had an alliance. Byyyeee line. They had an alliance. Whether you stay true to that is different. So whatever. But they did have an alliance apparently, like day one alliance or whatever. Because everybody confirmed it, but Byyyeee. I think she just want to be right. But yeah. So, anyways, she's like, well, you know what? Spicy's like, I don't know. Maybe we should just like talk about, I don't know. What do you think we should do? Let's go get Baby. Let me go get him. Baby, she didn't hesitate. Which I did mention. I said, one thing Byyyeee is going to do, I feel like she is not ducking no smoke. And if you say her name, hey, Byyyeee. Yeah. Do not play with her because she will call you to the principal's office ASAP. And the thing about Byyyeee is, which is why I'm upset that we don't have feeds for her, Byyyeee is gonna yell and scream, and it don't matter if she wrong or right. It's gonna make it sound like she right because she yelling and screaming. Because Byyyeee she was wrong in a few points today, but she was hollering. But so I was on her side.
No, Carrie is right.
Girl.
I'm cracking up because exactly, Spicy sitting on that couch. She was trying not to laugh. If you watch her face, go back and look at her face. She tried to cover it up with that little sleeve, knowing good well she did all this, and she sit back like she don't know what's going on,
like she confused. So this conversation happened. They go get. So now in the room when this big argument, this blow up happens, it's Spicy, Byyyeee, Donna. Donna, where you come from? I don't know why I got beef with Donna, but I got beef with Donna. So Spicy, Byyyeee, Donna, Todd, and Byyyeee. Right off the bat, Byyyeee like, who said we was in our alliance? Byyyeee did come in at, she didn't come in at 10. She came in like a solid 8. I'm like, but damn, Byyyeee, like, let's have a conversation first and then let's get heated. Now she went right into it. She wasn't playing no games. She was like, who said we was in an alliance? And you can tell Byyyeee kind of like taking it back. He's like, whoa. So Byyyeee was going in on him. You said we had an alliance. We never said that. Byyyeee was like, well, day one, we did. It was me, you, so. We did have this conversation. We did set this up. Todd sitting there like,
look,
I sitting there like,
hit that.
Spicy sitting there like,
I would have hit. This is
Spicy
a scheme
is cracking up
that Todd set up to come to you with the bull.
Listen, we blaming it on somebody. Todd is the least fucking. I would have dumped all that on Todd. But they're going back and forth. Vivi makes the biggest mistake of his life and told Byyyeee to relax. Whoa, you
what
not
he say that
tell
for?
A woman to, especially a woman like Byyyeee. And I'm like, Byyyeee, baby, if I'm upset, do not tell me to relax. Because you know what the opposite of relax is? Latrice. And you don't want that. Like, and the opposite of relax for her is Byyyeee hitting 10. And so you do not tell me to relax. Da, 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 da. And they just going back. Really, the argument really was pointless. Like, was there an alliance? Was there not? Was there an alliance? Was there not? Todd come in there. Hey. What? You know, like what's on that TV show with the sloth? He was all like, hey, guys. She heard stand up and yeah. Like, oh no. Todd was like, hey, all I know is that this is exactly how I said, you're the common denominator in like all these conversations. It's 16 hours in a day.
16 hours in a day?
Byyyeee like, cool story, bro. Anyways, Vivi, like I said, and then
another thing.
Vivi said, hold up now. I'll let you argue, but now you lying. and then and here goes Spicy V.
Cackling.
Spicy V is just eating it, so she is cracked. She couldn't even contain it. I'm talking about, you know how black people be. Okay, we fall out laugh like, oh my
She couldn't help
gosh.
herself.
And I know she in her head like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I set this up to do all this. So
too,
they
showing
argue,
out.
they go back and forth. So Vivek definitely going on the block. But like even during the conversation, he's like, okay, you know what? I see we're getting very loud, we're arguing. Can we have a conversation, just us? He says it's to Byyyeee. Bailey's like, no. She's like, well, maybe like we can talk later, but right now, no, I'm heated. I do not want to have this conversation. So he's like, okay, cool. They do, of course, eventually end up having a conversation, and they do like chill out. But Byyyeee is Byyyeee. Byyyeee, I said what I said, and I'm gonna say it with my chest. This is why I love Byyyeee. Even if I'm wrong, I'm gonna be loud and wrong, and I'm gonna be loud and right. I'm gonna do both of them, because if I said it, I'm gonna stick beside it. Okay.
You got to.
And so I'm rocking with Byyyeee with this one, but she was just like, well, we didn't have lines, yeah, we came together, we said, East Coasters, but we never shook and had an alliance. Baby, if y'all come up with a name and it's some people's names,
East Coast, West
that's
Coast,
an alliance.
No Coast.
Yeah, it was definitely an alliance. Now, what Byyyeee probably would have, well, honestly, she could have had any other kind of way because it was entertaining to watch. But really, what she really should have been like, okay, we had this thing, but it was a day one thing. We didn't really know each other. We've never even had a meeting, talked, nothing. I didn't think that was real. Now, do you think that's real? And then Byyyeee probably would say, well, I didn't think it was real either. That's why when she asked me, but where's the fun?
If they were smart, they would have been like, so where did this information come from? And start retracing the steps together. And they could have all roads would lead back to Spicy V.
It would have led back to Spicy V, then Anthony. Because this is what happened. So Spicy was definitely once, because he didn't think it was Donna, because he had just had the conversation with Donna. So I didn't say nothing. So that's why he didn't bring up Donna. Kayla, I'm cracking up that Kayla is in the East Coast Alliance, and baby, we ain't heard Kayla name. Kayla didn't get called up to the room.
Under the bed, okay.
Kayla is chilling. Kayla said, I ain't in it. I don't know what y'all talking about. She said, I'm gonna mind my business. But so he didn't think it was Kayla. So he automatically just assumed it was Byyyeee, because, that's what made him think it was Byyyeee, because in the HOH comp, Byyyeee, which we all saw, she went straight to Vivek's too.
For him.
Yeah, straight to it, which was crazy because obviously, we thought they was like this or whatever from the Dailies prior, which is why we need feeds, because we would have been able to piece that together. But whatever. So he was feeling some type of way about that. And then Ty, he was just like, Ty distanced himself, which Ty did say in the argument, like, your name was coming up a lot. So I did distance myself, like, from you, because I didn't know what, the beef was or whatever. But they ended up apologizing to each other, blah, blah, blah. They was kumbaya. I fast forward, and then that was the end of the dailies. Because kumbaya, whatever. Ty said Byyyeee made a comment to Donna in the backyard that Poppy told V about the alliance, and then made a comment about how it was weird he ain't tell him if they were working together. Okay. That's interesting. Anthony is kind of skating. Because honestly, if he hadn't told Spicy, well, you know what? No, we wouldn't have had this fight. Never mind. Keep doing. I feel like, well, if she hadn't, but no. This today was a good, interesting daily, and I would have loved to see the fallout from it, because the one good thing about feeds is when they have all these fights, the retails are always interesting, because something changes or something comes out and somebody's like, let me go clarify that. And then we might not get another fight, but then that's when the game starts, where people start strategizing, people start making enemies, and we're missing all of those little small networking pockets, because like now, like, it was such a big hole. Like, day 4 yesterday, we saw Byyyeee and Vivek being besties, telling secrets, and now they y'all beefing. What is all this in between? We have no idea. you know, and like we said, we talked about it last night on the podcast. So if y'all haven't listened to that, please go do. Like Tola was like public enemy number one. Everything changes so fast in the Big Brother house. Like it's so fast. Because you know what Tola did? Like, baby, they came in and did that retail. Tola was like, oh, what happened? He was like, oh.
And be quiet. That's what you got to do. Learn to shut up. That's
Tola
what
did
he
exactly
learned
what
to
he
do.
should have
Shut up
did.
and sit
He
down.
learned to shut up and he just sat down. He was just like, oh. And you could tell Tola face said, I'm just glad I ain't in it. Spicy said she ain't put me up, so I'm going to just mind my business. Y'all want to me? Y'all can. But I'm chilling. But I think Tola might squeeze his way. If Tola just be quiet for the next 2 to 3 weeks, he might do all right. He be quiet for at least 2 weeks and win a HOH. Tola might be back in this. Now, if one of those girls win again, he probably gonna at least be a nom or something. But because all of this beef is happening, people are gonna have bigger targets. Just like the biggest beef they have with Tola is they just don't like him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they just don't like him. And they think that he's the one that started out and about the Girls Alliance. But now they think Vivek was the reason for that.
Right.
So, like, if he just, like, chill out, he might just skate through a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, retails are definitely the best. And yes, I feel like we are missing so much. And I'm mad. I want to see the retail to Spicy V to Anthony. I want to see the retail of Spicy Tail and Avery. Because you know Avery going to ask some stuff like, Spicy, that did not happen. she lying. Spicy V
lied. She lied just to
so
lie.
She do. She lied just to lie. Don't be no reason for her. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up our daily. Unfortunately, we do not have any dailies over the weekend. Why? I don't know. Excuse me. I said this last time. I said, well, I don't know why they just don't at least just put the feeds on for a couple of hours. Like, just leave it open. You know, like from like 10 to like 6 or something, or like 1 till bedtime. Y'all make them have bedtimes anyways. Like, just give us a little bit of something. But you know, I think they want everybody to watch shows, so they don't want us to see nominations. They hate us. They really do. I don't know what the beef is. It bothers me. But I don't know. I feel like we're gonna have about 1 or 2 more seasons of Big Brother
Canada,
because we getting fed up. Yeah, Big Brother Canada. We getting fed up. So
and it's like I know y'all see these streets is dry and empty.
Exactly,
like a ghost
Carrie.
town.
Yeah. It is weird because my timeline is so dry with Big Brother. Like, it spiced up a little bit today because we got a little fight, but it's dry. Like, this is not the Big Brother streets I know. Exactly. A BB After Dark. BB After Dark was like 3 hours. Like, even just that would satisfy me. And then y'all did this promotion to Big Brother gonna be on Pluto. I downloaded that raggedy Pluto app.
It ain't even there.
Made me waste the app. Ain't. I thought we was like, maybe we'll get like a little like I literally thought, I didn't think they was gonna put the feeds on there the whole time, but I did think we was gonna get like a little after dark kind of thing. Like, okay, every night for 2 hours you get unedited feeds.
Because you know would have been
even
crazy.
that would be meeting us in the middle, at least a little bit. Not the middle, but at least we would have somewhat been appeased.
We missing all the funny stuff because I was supposed to say this last night, but I forgot. When Spicy V ran around the house when she lifted up her shirt and had her titties all out like that.
Yeah, where that came from? And you want to know what's funny? How we missed that? Because they were in a daily prior last week. They were doing impersonations of each other, and Goose did that. He lifted up his shirt and ran around. He's like, I'm Spicy V, and I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Why? Because I didn't know where that came from. Why? She had her titties out. We ain't even know. We had to find out a week later. If titties are going to be out, tell us now. Don't wait.
Well, if we had feeds, we would have saw it already.
Yeah, we would have. I bet you they glad it didn't happen. They're like, woo, we glad we that feeds. Because, BB Canada is PG double 13. Even though, they ain't even going to bring that up. Beth, we saw you.
Yeah. Ain't no telling what we missing out on. Especially because they know they got feeds now.
I'm missing juicy. Oh, okay. Carrie says they have new internet streaming laws in Canada, so I'll probably never get feeds back. Oh man, really?
Ah,
That sucks. It must be like super censored. That must be what it is. Like you can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Baby, do you know like people have to click on these things? Like you don't have to watch it. Put a disclaimer. This is TV mature.
or why they can't
And
like make a
please look at
deal with like
this.
the US or something and let them stream it on Paramount. So that way it's like you can access it that way, but it won't be necessarily through something.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they could find a way around it, but it
So they
they
need
probably be like, it's gonna cost too much.
so what it sound like, Carrie, they need R-rated sponsors and not PG sponsors.
They need to get sponsors from like what's it called? Adams E. What's that? That little they need to
I know what
get
you're
a sponsor
saying.
for them.
Yeah.
They need to get a sponsor from I don't know, Bud Light. They need to get isn't weed legal in Canada? They need to get whatever weed companies are. Yeah, they need something like that. Like, come on, you
Because
access
if
this
y'all
stuff.
gonna be doing all this censorship, child, it ain't even PG anymore. It's Y7, G-rated, really,
I don't even know if you want to call it that.
G-rated.
Because they do be yelling at them when they be cussing. Watch your mouth. Canada's watching. No, we not. America is watching. And we don't care. We have me. I have a filthy mouth. Okay. I don't care. You can say the F word. It's okay with me. You know
That's
what I'm
funny.
saying? But I don't know. I guess we ain't gonna get no feeds again. But guess we got BBUS with our little raggedy boring comps. But whatever.
Right.
But I guess that pretty much wraps up our recap for the day. Our next recap won't be till Monday. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I'm going to leave y'all with, if I had to guess, of course, Vivek is going on a block. My guess is that I think Goose.
That's what the streets is saying too.
I think Goose is gonna definitely be the pawn. No, she did, have that conversation. She was just like, "Oh, but I feel so bad." But I'm gonna be real, not a lot makes Spicy actually feel bad. If she does, she covers it very well.
Yeah.
But Spicy V, the one thing Spicy does do a lot of like crazy things in the game, but the one thing I do like about Spicy V, when she's in the game, baby, it's game. Everything is in the game, which is why I think a lot of people in prior seasons, I ain't gonna name that season, but some seasons like you put too much personal in it, and that's when it becomes a problem. Just
Yeah.
keep it all in the game, and let's just play. You lose, you lose. You win, you win. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I gotta see what's 10. Yeah, it was good. But I guess we will catch y'all back Monday for another recap. And for the recap of the entire week, we will catch y'all on Thursdays around 8:39. Follow us on Twitter and wherever that is.
Hey,
Follow us
who
on
are there?
Instagram and wherever that is.
Hey, who are there?
Hold on.
Like she can't just click the thing up talking about she don't know where stuff at. Like she can't just click the banners.
There you go. And
Yes,
who
Carrie.
there? I be
That's one
forgetting
thing
stuff.
I love about Canada is that Wendy's. Please give me some food, child. Bring me some food.
And you know what? Even with this Wendy's, they be making it seem like it's hot and fresh. Is Wendy's like around the corner? I be wondering, like, Carrie, I know you in Canada. Do you know where the studio is? Is it like close? Like, that's all I want to know, because I be like, y'all having this conversation. My food getting cold. Can we talk after I eat? Because I do not like my stuff cold. So I don't know. That I'm
Oh,
curious. Oh, she said
she
yes.
said yes.
Well, there you go.
It's
Perfect.
crazy. They need to actually sponsor me because I went and got the Wendy's app after watching BB King with the Wendy's stuff. So I was like, oh, let me go back to Wendy's. So
Oh, cracking
sponsor
up.
me, Wendy's. Thank you.
If y'all got adults over there, because if we gonna be playing kid games, then Wendy's, stay where you at. You know what? Like after 7 p.m., this is adults only show. Okay. You just
If
need to give
only.
that disclaimer, and then maybe we'll be all right. But all right, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and thank y'all, lovely chatters, for chatting with me.
Thanks for letting me crash.
And thanks, Eric, for crashing in on our little recap. And I
Yay.
guess I will see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye, y'all.